Good evening, Sayadaw.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, very happy to see you again this week. And today's lesson, at the end of the class, we have about 3 questions. I will show the slideshow and I read the question. And respectfully invite Sayadaw to answer the question for us.
Okay. Okay, let's start our class by saying about the first 3 times.
So before we start the class, so it's the right time to listen to the Dhamma talk. On behalf of the whole class, I respectfully invite Sayadaw to speak the Dhamma talk first for our benefit and happiness.
Okay, thank you. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. What we are going to study is now the universal beautiful mental factors 19. It is called Sobana Sandarana Cetasika. There are 52 Cetasikas in all. We have roughly explained the 7 universal mental factors and 6 particular mental factors. These all together 13 mental factors. They are called Inyasamana Cetasika 13. And now, and also we have already studied about the 14 immoral or unwholesome mental factors. These are the negative mental factors. Now we are discussing the positive mental factors. They are called beautiful mental factors, good mental factors, or wholesome mental factors. We have already discussed confidence, sattva, mindfulness, sati, moderation, and moral dread, hiri, ottappa, no attachment, alova, goodwill, metta. Today, equanimity. It is called Tattara Mejatatta in Pali. And the Abhidhamma, it is named Tattara Mejatatta. In terms of Vedana, it is called Ubekha. Ubekha. Equanimity, that means a neutral mental states, neutral mental states, or balanced mental states. Our mental states are so strong at that moment, at that time, when we have neutral mental state. That means whatever we experience in our life, good or bad, we can balance our mind. It is called equanimity. If not, when we experience in the serious or bad situation, we feel shame or we feel afraid of, or we feel angry, something like that. It is not good. And when we experience the best situation in life, that also we feel so much happy and too much fun, and then it is also not so good in our life. Equanimity is the strong positive of mind that are major data. It is called ubeka. Ubeka. The state of our mind in the major situations. So it is called ubeka. And when we should keep our mind in the middle position between the loving kindness and compassion. loving kindness, compassion. That means loving kindness is also a kind of meditation. Compassion, karuna is also a kind of meditation. We have to explain this compassion later. Loving kindness meditation is it was already explained in the last week. So between these two kinds of meditation, if we practice the equanimity or central or neutral situations, neutral states, that is called ubeka. So if we can practice ubeka, our mind becomes so stable, we are not agitated. When we feel compassionate too much on the suffering people or suffering creatures, then our heart is shaken so much. When we center our loving kindness to the other creatures, then our mind is feeling happy so much. So between this, we can place our mind. We can put our mind between these two situations, between metta and karuna. That is called ubeka. Ubeka is also the kind of good mental state, the kind of good mental state. So if we can practice this ubeka, it is also good. We can have, wholesome. We can have wholesome or merits because of the ubeka. That is why the Buddha added this ubeka or datra mejadada in the and one of the meditation. As you know, metta, karuna, mudita, and ubeka. Among these four, ubeka is also included. Why we practice this ubeka in our daily life? We have to practice loving kindness, metta, as I have already told you, and also we have to practice this ubeka meditation. May all beings, how to translate in English, may all beings happens experience, may all beings experience according to their karma. So in this way, we can translate. I can translate easily. May all beings live. May all beings live according to their own karma. So that is ubeka. Because sometimes in our life, sometimes we cannot reach to all beings, and we cannot have in some situations. Whenever we see someone is suffering or someone faces dangers, even though we see such kind of person, but we cannot have to save that creature or that person. In such situation, instead of feeling sad, we have to practice this ubeka. When you see the for example, the deer was fight. The deer was fight by a tiger or a lion. At that time, if we save the deer, the tiger will fight us. or the lion will fight us, then we cannot save that deer, even though we are pity on that deer or on that creature. Then when we feel so much sorry, our mental degree will get low, and our mental strength will be weaker and weaker. In such situation, let it be according to its fate, its the karma, something like that. We cannot have because there is dangerous for us. That is why we cannot have. In such situation, it's better for you to practice loving ubeka meditation instead of loving kindness meditations. And also, if you see, according to their karma, that means if you see someone suffering so much with the serious disease, the doctors also cannot cure that patient, and there is also no suitable medicine for that patient, and we also see such kind of the patients. And then in such situation, we have to practice Ubeka meditation instead of feeling sad. Feeling sad is a dosa, no? Dosa. Instead of feeling sad, we have to practice Ubeka. So Ubeka is neutral feeling, or it is called equanimity. Ubeka, in other words, it is in the Abhidhamma called Tatra Mechatatta. No? Equanimity, this equanimity should be practiced in our daily life. And the next series of mental states are a bit difficult to understand. And also, we cannot easily understand, but they are also good mental state. Tranquility of mental state, kaya pasati. That means a peace of mental states. And Jada Basati, tranquility of mind, peace of consciousness. So when we keep our minds peaceful, then we have Kaya Basati or Jada Basati. So when we feel peace in our mind, at that moment, we have good mental states. It is wholesome mental states, universal, beautiful mental states, mental factors, we can say like that. So Kaya Basati, Kaya here refers to mental state. Jeta Basati, Jeta here refers to mind or consciousness. So Kaya Basati and Jeta Basati, we can guess in our body when we feel peaceful in our mind. Then we have Kaya Basati and Jeta Basati. That is why whenever you feel peaceful in your mind, without arising any immoral mental states, your mind is peaceful at that moment. Your mental states are wholesome mental states, universal, beautiful mental states. We have to understand like this. So you can guess in this situation in your life, sometimes without doing anything, your mind is so peaceful. At that time, you have Kaya Basadi and Jeta Basadi, tranquility of mental states and tranquility of mind. Sometimes the Kaya Lahuta and Jeta Lahuta, these two bears, this bear, lightness of mental states and lightness of mind. Sometimes our minds are so light, so alert. So it is called lightness of mental states and lightness of mind. When our minds are so quick, so fast, so light, then it is also good mental states. You can guess in your situations. When your mind is so light, at that time you have good mental states and blindness of mental states and blindness of mind. Kaya mudutta and Chitta mudutta. Your mental states and your consciousness or your minds are so smooth, so soft. Pliancy, substance, softness. Your minds are so soft. When you feel, your minds are so soft, so smooth, so much pliancy. Then at the time also you may guess that there's also good mental states. Kaya mudutta and Chitta mudutta, one there. Adaptability of mental states and adaptability of mind. Kaya kaminyata, Chitta kaminyata. Adaptability, your mind is adaptable to every situation, especially good situation. Um, uh, your mind are so good and adaptable. So at that time, also you may guess you are you have wholesome mental states. So it is also good mental states, proficiency of mental states, and proficiency of mind. Kaya Bhagahunyata, Chitta Bhagahunyata. So proficiency, as you know, your mind is so skillful to everything. Your mind is easily so curious to something, but there's a proficiency of your mind. Proficiency of your mind. Your mind wants to know everything, then your mind is so proficient in wholesome situation. Then at the time also you have to know yourself that there's a good mental state. Good mental state arises in you, and rectitude of mental state and rectitude of mind. Kayuju kata and Chetuju kata. So rectitude, so straight. Your mind is so straight, not bent to anything, any any sides. Your mind is so straightforward. It is called rectitude. At that time also, you have good mental states. That is why these mental states you may guess in yourself when your mind is so light and so quick and so smooth and so adaptable, compatible to every situation, and your mind is so proficient. That means that your mind is skilled in inquiry or curious, something like that. And your mind is so straightforward, rectitude. Then at that moment, you can guess all good mental state arises in you. In this way, you have to understand the 1 to 7. 1 to 7, you have to clearly practice these mental states to nurture these mental states. And the other from 8 to 19, all of these from 9 to 19, all of these mental states are, when such kind of situation arises in you, then you may guess you have good mental states. You may guess yourself. In this way, you have to understand these are 19 beautiful mental factors or mental states. They are good mental states. And then there are more good mental states here. Abstinence, 3. It is called virati. 3 abstinence mental states, mental factors, virati. They are right speech, right actions, right livelihoods, samavacha, samakamanta, and samaajiva. These three are a part of the eightfold, eight mechanisms, no? 8 mechanisms. Right speech, right actions, right livelihoods, samavacha. Right speech here. What does it mean? Right speech. When you say right speech, then it is good mental states. At that moment, good mental state and name, samavacha, arises in you. Whenever you say right speech, you have samavacha, good mental states. Right speech include not to tell a lie, not to tell big backbiting speech, and not to tell harsh speech or abusive speech, and not to tell frivolous speech. All of these 4 are included in the samavacha, right speech. If you say directly, then it is a right speech. Not to, without telling a lie, without saying rude words, without using rude words, without making someone's conflict. And you have to say the beneficial words, avoiding the frivolous speech. In the frivolous speech, that means without bearing any fruit, essenceless speech. We have to avoid essenceless speech. If there is no essence, it is called frivolous speech. So, right speech here means you say the right things at the right time. Whether the other person, listeners, like or dislike. Whether they like or dislike, like you say, right speech, if you have the right time to speak, then it is called right speech. Right action, samakamanta. Samakamanta includes 3. Musawara, Pisuna, Wasa, Kamisu, Mecha, Chara. These 3 are included in the right action, samakamanta. Panadipada, sorry, Panipada, Adinatana, Kamisu, Mecha, Chara. Panadipada, if you don't kill, right action. If you don't steal others' belongings, then it is also right action. If you don't commit sexual misconduct, then that is also right action. The right action here means that you do everything without killing any beings. You may do any actions without killing any beings and without stealing others' property, without destroying others' families. Then it is called right action. Right action. Right livelihoods. You may earn money, you may do the job without, doing any right speech, without doing, without doing any, without doing right livelihood. That means avoiding from killing, avoiding from killing, avoiding from stealing, avoiding from sexual misconduct. You do your job, you do your business, then that is also right livelihood. If you do your job, if you earn money without telling a lie, without saying any backbiting speech, or without saying any abusive words, and without saying any frivolous talk, if you earn money, that is also right livelihood. That means that you earn your money uh, without flawlessly, sincerely. You have to earn your money. You have to live your life with the right livelihood. You have to be sincere, and you have to avoid the unwholesome deeds in your business. If your business is related to the unwholesome deeds, then it is wrong livelihood. If your business is not related to the unwholesome deeds, then that is the right livelihood. So in this case, you understand it is very clear. For example, if your job is related to the killing others life, killing the pigs, killing the life, killing the pig, or killing the hens or fishermen or something like that. They are not right livelihood. It is a wrong livelihood. So abstinence, that means when you can avoid, when you can avoid, when you have a chance to do any unwholesome deeds, then at that moment, if you can avoid that, at that time, it is called abstinence. But for example, in a situation like you want to tell a lie to someone, and it will be better for me to tell a lie in this situation, but you control yourself. Oh, telling a lie is not good, not good. Instead of telling a lie, I will say directly, it is called abstinence, right speech, right speech. Right action, that's also the same. You want to give an animal or someone at that moment, you control yourself. Oh, that is not good. That is unwholesome deeds. Instead, I don't do this. I will not kill that dog. I will not kill that fish. For example, you bought a fish from the market alive. You got the fish alive, living fish. And at your home, you want to cook this fish alive. Then before you cook, you have to kill that fish. Or without killing, you will boil this fish. Hello. And we don't mind Jacobi man something. Sorry. So you buy the fish alive from the market, and at your home, you want to cook or fry this fish. Before you cook, you have to kill. Then at the time of uh, at that time, you remember, oh, killing is not good. Instead of killing this fish, I was this fish free to the lake or to somewhere, then it is called right action. Right action. Before you kill the fish, uh, you you reflect. Oh, that is not good. It is panadipanda. Killing is not good. It will be better for me to avoid the killing. So you set that fish free in the lake or in the river or in the ocean or somewhere. Anyway, then that is called right action. Right action. And also, uh, you see the the money pass. You see the money pass that left someone, then there is no one around there, and then you may take the money from that pass. No one can see. Then you want to take this money without knowing everyone. Then you think you control your mind. Okay, taking others' property is not good. It is unwholesome. Huh? It's better for me not to take any others' belongings. In this way, you avoid. Then it is called right action. Right action. And right livelihood also the same. Um, when you sell the beer or the alcohols, you will be rich. It is sure. You will get much profits from this business, and you trying to set up the bar or the beer shop or something like that. And then oh, that is not good livelihood. It is wrong livelihood. So instead of doing this business, I will choose another flawless business. Then it is called right livelihood. It is called abstinence. Abstinence. When you meet the situations, the chance, when you have the chance to do the wrong livelihood, then you keep control your mind and you avoid. Then it is right livelihood. So these are also very salient mental factors, very holy mental factors, very good. So it is a very high quality of mental states. Mental states. You can control your mind. You can avoid the unwholesome deeds if you, even though you have a chance to do such kind of unwholesome deeds, but you can control your mind not to commit any crimes. Then at that time, your mind is so salient, so holy, so high quality of mind you have. So that is the abstinence. So that is also good mental states. Good mental states. We have to nurture these good mental states in our daily life. In our daily life. Okay, the next one. Illimitivers. In Pali, it is called Appamenya. Illimitivers. They are compassion and appreciated joy or sympathetic joy. Mudita. Karuna and mudita. Karuna and mudita. So, compassion, karuna. When you see some poor person, suffering persons or suffering creatures, then you must have compassion. Compassion. You must have compassionate mind to the poor persons or to the suffering creatures, then that is good mental states. Good mental states in our life. We cannot avoid this kind of things. We may see the happy people or unhappy people. We may see unhappy people. Then we must have compassionate. That means we may see poor persons or poor creatures. Then we must have compassionate. May all be free from suffering. In this way, when someone is suffering so much, when you see that person, may he be free from this kind of suffering, this kind of danger, or something like that. So that is karuna. If you have this compassionate mind, you may do a lot of meritorious deeds. You may have the poor persons, the poor people. You may do the charity more and more because of the compassionate mind. So the compassionate mind is also very good mental states in our life. So we must have this compassionate mind in our daily life. And again, we must have appreciated joy or sympathetic joy. We call mudita. That is related to the happy people, happy creatures, or rich persons, rich creatures. When you see rich people, then you must be happy to see them. If you cannot have appreciated joy, or if you cannot be happy to see them, then you may be jealousy to that person, to the rich person, to the happy person. So if you meet the happy person or wealthy person or rich person or successful person or celebrity or something like that, then you must be happy. You must have appreciated joy or sympathetic joy on that person. If you not, you will be jealous to that person. So jealousy is not good mental state. The sympathetic joy is good mental states. So we must replace our jealousy with sympathetic joy. If we cannot replace like this, we may have jealousy. Then jealousies are unwholesome mental states, not good mental states. So instead of feeling jealousy, we should we should have sympathetic joy. That means we should feel glad, we should feel pleased, or we should feel happy to see the rich person or worthy person or happy person, something like that. So compassion or karuna is related to the poor person. Appreciated joy or sympathetic joy or mudita is related to the rich person or happy person. If you nurture this mental states in your life, when you meet the unfortunate persons, then you feel compassionate on that person. And if you meet the fortunate person or successful person, then you must appreciate their success. That is very important in our life. We must appreciate others' success. Others' success. Others' success, that means they may win in the competition, or they may profit, or they may win the lottery, or they pass the exam, or they get a great good grade, or they were made the salary higher than you, or they are promoted, or many things, many things. If you see such kind of fortunate persons, then you must appreciate. That is a very good mental states in our life. That is the wholesome. If you know this, you're trying to appreciate everyone, everyone's success, everyone's good situations. So, compassionate mind and appreciate joys are very good mental states in our daily life. We have to nurture these two mental states. And then the last one, Vinyendriya in Pali. It is called wisdom or knowledge. Vinyendriya. Vinyendriya, you must have wisdom or you must have knowledge. That means the wisdom you can differentiate between good and bad, between wholesome and unwholesome. You must have this wisdom. For example, killing is not good, it is unwholesome. You must know this. Stealing is not good, it is unwholesome. You must know it. Or doing the charity is good one. Compassionate mind is good one. Appreciated joy is good one. Good mental states. In this way, you should have knowledge. So that is wisdom. If you have this wisdom, you never make wrong things. You never do unwholesome deeds in your life. So wisdom is primarily important, basically important. It is very essential mental factors to our life. If you lost the wisdom, if we lost the wisdom in our life, we cannot know good and bad. Then we may do whatever we like. Then sometimes we may do good deeds, sometimes we may do bad deeds. And also we cannot know whether we are doing good deeds or whether we are doing bad deeds. Because we don't have the wisdom which can discern the bad and the good, the wholesome and the unwholesome, the merits and demerits. If we don't know this, if we don't have such kind of knowledge, then we don't have wisdom. At that time, we can do whatever we like. Then we may do the wrong thing sometimes, we may do the right thing sometimes, and we cannot know whether we are doing the good things or whether we are or doing the bad things. And this way we cannot know easily because we don't have wisdom. That is why wisdom is the main mental states. We must have this wisdom by studying, like this by, you know, listening to the Dhamma talk, you accumulate wisdom. Now you are attending this class, you are you accumulate the wisdom in yourself by studying like this. You know little by little, that is good, that is bad, that should be practiced, that should not be practiced in this way. So when you know this, your wisdom is, you know, stronger and stronger. The stronger the wisdom, the better you are. So you must have this wisdom in your life. So altogether, there are 50 mental states. I'm killing my topic by, you know, studying the Buddha Samuppada, dependent origination, interval. I shift the class to the 50 mental states because these 50 mental states are very basic for the dependent origination for you to understand more and more. That is why I'm trying to explain these 52 mental states. Today time is 44. You have some questions. That is why we'd better start here for this day, okay?
Thank you so much, Cyril. And now we will share the slides of the question.
Okay. Yes. Okay, you may ask. I cannot hear.
I'm sorry, Bante. So
Yeah.
the first questions are Sister Nguyen Ngọc Bảo Trân. In practice, it is possible to attend several courses concerns consecutively, or is there a suitable limit to how many courses one should join in a year? And for long retreats lasting for 1 month or more, how can one stay motivated and avoid becoming bored with the practice?
Oh, you want to know how many courses you need to attend to practice meditation like this?
Yes, Bante, I think so.
Yes. Basically, you need to know um, the for the meditation practice. You need to know the mind and matters, the five aggregates, and the Paticca Samuppada, dependent origination, and the 12 ayaranas, and the Four Noble Truths. So you have to digest these fast, and then you have to practice meditation. Because there are 3 levels or 3 steps for the meditation practice. The first one is the Jnata Prajna. Jnata Prajna means the level of understanding. You try to understand, you need to attend the classes. When you thoroughly know, and when you know the mind and matters, and when you know the 5 aggregates, when you know the 18 elements, when you know the Paticca Samuppadas, and when you know the 4 noble truths, in practical level, it is enough, I think. It is enough, but to know this, how many courses you need to attend, that depends on you. That depends on you. That means that if you are sharp, if you are, intelligent person, you can study 1 course or 2 course. It will be enough. If you are not so sharp, then you have to study more courses, I hope. So the Nyada Pranya, that means the study levels, no? to accumulate some knowledge on the Dhamma is really necessary, essentially necessary for the meditators. That is why we cannot have the limit how much time we need to study, but basically you have to know mind and matter. The life is the compound of mind and matter, and also our body is a compound of the 5 aggregates, and our life is our life leads depending on the Paticca Samuppada Dhammas, that is called samsara, and also and our 12 iranas and 80 elements, and finally the 4 noble truths and so on. But that's why I just want to tell you, you need to listen to the Dhamma. On the other hand, you need to practice meditation. You may do these 2 things. If you have time, you listen to the Dhamma, you attend the Dhamma courses, and on the other hand, you have to try to practice. You go hand in hand, these 2 ways together. And on the one hand, you have to study. On the other hand, you have to practice. Study is Nyada Pranya. The practice is Dharana Pranya. So if you have Nyada Pranya, you may practice. Nyada Pranya means that if you have knowledge, then you may practice correctly. If you don't have knowledge enough knowledge, then you cannot practice correctly. That is why Nyada Pranya, study is necessary for the practice. So we cannot limit the time for this practice, for the study. You have to take time, you have to listen, you have to read, and then you have to accumulate some knowledge on the Dhamma. Then you apply those Dhammas in your meditation practice. Okay.
Thank you so much, Theodore. Chị Nguyễn Ngọc Bảo Trân, hôm nay trong Zoom có chị Nguyễn Ngọc Bảo Trân ấy, không biết là chị đã giải thích được hết nghĩa, và chị có câu hỏi gì thêm về câu trả lời của ngài không ạ?
So we also share the slide of the question. You can switch the screen to see clearly the content of the question.
Okay.
Yes, Bante, thank you so much. And we can move to the second questions. The student are very We can move to the second question, dear Bante. So the second question is, when practicing meditation at home, there are often sounds arising suddenly or within a period caused by family members. And in that case, should I stop meditating or just keep focusing on the breath and continue with the practice?
And at your home, you practice meditation because of family matters. You need to stop your meditation or you continue to your meditation like this.
Yes, Bante. Sometimes it's
Okay.
very noisy.
Yes, that
Yes,
happens. Okay. At the time, you have to choose the suitable times. If it is noisy, you cannot concentrate well. That is sure. That is sure. So you need to choose the best time because, for example, in the early morning, you get up earlier than the other persons, then you try to sit meditation. It will be much better for you because if the other person's family members wake up, then they will make noisy. Then your concentration will be ruined. Then it is not good. But you know, uh, in my opinion, it is you know you can practice vipassana even though they are noisy. And the practice vipassana practice, at every situation, in every situation we can practice vipassana. And, in the samatha meditation, tranquility meditation, we need to get the strong concentration. That is why we need to choose the best time, the quiet time in at home. But if you practice vipassana, you have to observe everything you hear, everything you think, everything you see, everything you eat, everything you smell, and everything arises in your body. Then you just observe, it is gone, it is gone, it is gone. When you hear the sound and it is gone, you get somewhere, and then when you observe it, it is gone. And when you see something and you observe, oh, it is gone in this way. In the vipassana practice, you can try to do this, even though it is noisy. You can avoid the noisy surroundings. But for the basic practitioners, you need to you need the quiet place. That is why I will suggest you to choose the best time. Nowadays, most people go to bed late night. So if you choose the night time, it is not okay. Then before they get up, you may choose the time in the early morning. Then it will be more suitable for you. Then at the time, you can concentrate your mind and you observe everything in your mind, in your bodies. Then samatha and vipassana together, you may practice. If you practice only vipassana, you don't need to choose the right place. We don't need to choose the right time. And at any time, in any situations, we can practice vipassana. Because vipassana means whatever we see, whatever we hear, whatever we smell, whatever we eat, whatever we feel in our body, whatever we think, we just observe. That is why in such situation, if you are so clever, if you are practiced is so strong, then you can do this, even though it is noisy. Okay.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I think the students are very clear with their question. And we move to the last question today. The last question today is when we practicing the sharing of loving kindness, when we practice metta meditations, also for when we confessions or dedication marriage. So should it be spoken out loud or just recite silently in our mind?
Yes. Probably in our country, most people speaks loud so that the other homes can hear. Some people, but actually, you don't need to speak aloud. You have to send love and kindness in your mind. In your mind. So you may send love and kindness meditation by sitting posture or by walking posture or by doing some jobs. And every postures you can send, you can practice love and kindness meditation. That is samatha. That is the samatha is also very effective practice of meditation. You will see very effective when you practice this meditation in your life. So may you may all beings be happy and happy in this way in your mind. In your mind, you have to just send love and kindness, but you have to focus all the beings, all the beings, all the beings in the world, all the beings in this universe, all the beings and all of the universe, something like that. And also, you may send love and kindness meditation to yourself. May I be happy and happy in mind. It is okay. I usually practice this meditation in mind without speaking out loud, silently in mind, in the specific order. You may do the specific order. First, you have to send love and kindness to yourself, and then you have to send love and kindness to all the beings and the universe. And then you have to practice love and kindness meditation. Your parents, your brothers and sisters, your teachers, your relatives, your co-workers, and your citizens, or something like that. And this way you may choose by name also. So you have to draw the order systematically. There's no specific order as you like. You may plan the the orders, orderly systems. In this order, you may send love and kindness meditation on daily basis. Then it is okay. You don't need to say loudly in your mind. You just send. It is very effective, more effective than saying aloud. By saying aloud, by saying aloud, then your loving kindness minds will be lost while you are speaking aloud or saying aloud. And the sounds that your mind will be lost. That is why I will suggest you to send love and kindness in silent words in mind. Okay?
Thank you. Yes, yes, Sarah. Thank you so much for your guidance. I think it's enough for today. We have another two questions, quite long questions
Yes.
from yes. So maybe we can answer next time, next
Okay,
class.
next week, why can't next week? Okay, today is time's up. Now we better stop here by sharing marriage to other beings.
Yes, Sarah.
Idam me bonya,
Idame Bunyang,
Asawakayang,
Asawakayang,
Wahan Hotu,
Wahan Hotu,
Idame Bonya,
Idame Bunyang,
Nebanasa,
Nibanasa,
Bajayo,
Pachayo,
Hotu,
Hotu,
Ima,
Sa, Ima,
Bonya Bagan,
Bonya Bagang,
Saba Sadanang,
Sapasatanang,
Bajima,
Bajima,
Sadhu, 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 Suki Hota, Dukkha Mukta, be happy, be healthy, be free from all kinds of suffering.
Thank you so much.
Sadhu, Sadhu,
Okay, thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Sayadaw.
you, Sadhu, so
Thank you,
much.
Sada.
Okay,
Cảm
see
ơn
you
cô sư
next
cô.
Wednesday. See you
See
next
you,
Wednesday.
Sayadaw. See you next week.
See you next
Cảm
week.
ơn cô.
I will leave now. See you.
Chào good night.